you need to know where your voters are, and in a two-person race, you need 50% plus one, and you, as I said earlier, you need more than that. 3, you need to get at least a runoff. The things to concentrate on, your strongholds. For whatever reason, where you think voters are going to vote for you, don't forsake them. I mean, Hillary Clinton forsaked some of those states because they were trying to say they could get Arizona. I'm sorry, I don't care what it is. It's going to be a long time before we get Arizona. So concentrating on strongholds. If your opponent is an incumbent or his philosophy that hasn't done well in his area, in other areas, concentrate there. Obviously, if you're running as a Dem, concentrate where the Dems, it doesn't matter if they're Democratic, which most of the time now are progressives, concentrate in those areas. Nonpartisan races, say there's been some environmental friendly candidates that run in the area, concentrate in those areas because you still want to get those people to be aware of you early. Obviously, if you run against incumbent, challenge that incumbent or go to those areas where the incumbent didn't do well. If the referenda that supports your philosophy, concentrate in those precincts in those areas. Sometimes there are unique areas within a precinct, and you might concentrate in those. And then the data, you want to go for the voters that voted most often. And we call it 404s, 304s, 204s, 104s, and newly registered. 404 means they voted in the last 4 elections, 304, 204, etc. You concentrate on the 4s, 3s, maybe the 2s, and the newly registered, the people moved in. The ones, you know, unless you're flush with money, they're just not going to be worth your time. So basically, I'm going to page over here, if I can ever get at the page. There are 2 key sources, county or city downloadable lists of voters, and you can set what criteria with them. There's so many digital data vendors. I use something called Labels and Lists. They're now L2. And I'll just, basically on the screen, it shows you the data that you can get based on whatever you set for. So you would be able to know where the voters are, what flavor they are, how many people at the address. You also, through your smartphone, be able to do a survey if you want to, but most importantly, have an automated callback after you've knocked on somebody's door.